This song is called The Pirates, yes, they rabbi. Sold out to the merchant ships.
Hello everybody, you're welcome back again to the Reggae Appreciation Society. And in this video today, we're taking a look at the magnificent Uprising Live, Bob Marley's farewell tour. In the summer of 1980, Bob Marley was one of the biggest stars on the planet and was at the top of his game. He had just released his 12th studio album, Uprising, which was his most spiritually focused body of work ever. To promote the album, Island Records organized the Uprising tour that was designed to hit areas all over Europe and the United States. By that time, Bob Marley and The Wailers were like an extremely well-sharpened blade. After countless concerts, 7 albums and years on the road, the band was unstoppable. From the master instrumentalists that made up The Wailers, to the delightful and talented Lovely I3s that were his backup vocalists, and not to mention the glorious and charismatic leader in Bob Marley. They had whipped audiences into a frenzy up until that year, and they were now even better than before. It was built to be the biggest of Bob's illustrious career and was generating a lot of buzz. But behind the scenes, tragedy was lurking as Bob was battling cancer and would pass on the next year. It ended up being his last and most spectacular concert. Despite his ill health, he gave electrifying performances on each and every of the 37 dates he played. The amazing tour was typified in his greatest performance on that trail by his show in Dortmund, Germany, and that performance has since been recorded and packaged as Uprising Live. It's something of a Bob Marley and the Wailers concert 101 with a slew of riveting classics such as Get Up, Stand Up, Could You Be Loved, Jammin', No Woman, No Cry, and several others that make up what has gone into the Legend album, his greatest hits compilation. Of all the classics, the most gripping and my personal high point of that show was his performance of Redemption Song, the song which is seen as Bob Marley's valedictory address to the world, and incidentally, the final song on the Uprising album. He gave an enhanced performance of the album version as he performed with the usual acoustic guitar and had a conga backing up his efforts. His vocals rang out powerfully and prophetically as he gave his final exhortation to the massive audience. The crowd was almost entranced in what looked more like a religious service than a musical concert. The grueling European leg of the tour had the band playing 34 different venues and lasted from May to July. The band took a 2-month rest and embarked on the US leg of the tour that began on the 16th of September at the J.B. Hines Auditorium in Boston. But what was supposed to be the mother of all tours in the States had to be aborted as Bob's health failed him. He collapsed while jogging in Central Park after playing 2 shows at Madison Square Garden. The band could only manage 4 shows in the US, and Bob spent his remaining days after that fighting the cancer that would claim his life on May the 11th, 1981 at the young age of 36. The Uprising album was a parting gift that Bob bequeathed to the world before switching over to eternity. The Uprising tour itself serves as a blueprint of what Bob Marley and the Wailers were all about: brilliance, doggedness, perseverance, hope, and joy. So there you have it. Thank you for watching this video today. Please leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, Jah bless.